What's your investing philosophy for 2026, 2027, and what would you recommend for the average viewer out there?
Well, I mean, it's the same strategy that I've been recommending for years and years because I've been preparing for something that still hasn't completely happened. But what caused me to have the concerns that drove that strategy, all of those problems are even bigger now than when I first started preparing. So that has just reinforced the idea that I'm right in what people need to own. And, I have my strategies. I have 5 mutual funds that I manage, and they are specifically designed to thrive in the global economy that I believe is in the process of unfolding. So you want to have foreign stocks, emerging markets. You want to have investments that are tied to a lot of commodities and will do well with inflation and with a dollar, devaluation, de-dollarization. So you want to own physical precious metals. You want to own foreign stocks. I mean, pretty much my entire investment strategy, it's all laid out. So people can go to my website at 𝗖𝗢𝗡𝗘𝗧, look at my funds. You can go to Schiff Gold and get some gold and silver and be prepared. And a lot of the investments that worked well when the bubble was inflating are not going to do well as the air comes out.
What percent of your portfolio is gold?
Well, my portfolio right now, it's pretty big. Mainly the miners. And a lot of it is because of the appreciation. I was about 50% mining stocks a couple of years ago. And now they've gone up so much, I'm more like 70 to 80%. So I'm trying to bring that down by building up the rest of my portfolio, not by selling my gold stocks so much as adding new money into the other stocks that I have. And as I said, I've added more into energy and more into emerging markets recently. But I made a big bet on these gold and silver stocks, and I didn't even think I would have so much. But the thing is, it took so long. I had so many opportunities to buy the dips. They kept crushing these stocks. The most recent one was after Trump was elected. We had a big drop in gold stocks, so I bought more. But I think people should have probably 5 to 10% at a minimum in like physical gold. And then they should have maybe another 10, 20, 25%, I think, still in mining stocks because I think they're still that cheap. I think there's so much potential there. And then the rest should be more diversified, dividend-paying stocks. You can have a little bit in some foreign bonds, shorter duration. But I have very little invested in the United States personally. I have some energy stocks in the U.S., couple of other stocks, tobacco. My personal portfolio is very, very light on U.S. and the only tech stocks I have are outside the U.S.
What is that term called? It's like Pascal's wager. Is it? Is that what they call it?
No,
like
never heard of it.
In terms of religion, where it's like you don't know if you should believe in Christianity or not, or Judaism or not. But if you don't believe in it and you're wrong, the consequence is extremely bad. Whereas if you do believe in it and you happen to be right, it's like, great job, you did it right. And if you do believe in it and you were wrong, where it's not a thing, it's not like you risked much.
I think the only religion, that would apply to is like Christianity.
Exactly.
But Christianity is, it's like all or nothing. Like either you accept Jesus and go to heaven, or you don't and go to hell.
Yes.
And that kind of ultimatum is, people could say, hey, all I have to do is accept them, and I'm what do I got to lose?
I'm not bringing that up in terms of religion.
Judaism doesn't even have that. We don't have that ultimatum. It's like, you believe in God, you don't believe in God. It's not like God's vindictive. if there's a heaven, everybody goes. It's not like he's like, oh shit, you didn't believe in me. You're going to hell. That's to me that. But I get what you're saying.
I'm bringing it up in terms of Bitcoin. It's like, in the offhand chance that you were wrong, wouldn't it make more sense just to write off a small percentage of your portfolio to say, hey, look, if I'm right, so be it. It's just a couple percent. But if I am wrong, then Pascal's wager, as it pertains to Bitcoin, could end up making sense.
That logic would have worked in the beginning when Bitcoin was $1, right? When I first learned about it, it could have been, look, take a chance. Maybe this thing really catches on, right? What do you got to lose? Throw 10 grand at it. Big deal, right? So yes, I mean, I could have done that back then. But today, the idea that I should throw some money in it just in case, it's already huge. Everybody already knows about Bitcoin. I mean, who doesn't know about it? It's all people talk about. You watch the financial news, and that's all they discuss. The biggest advertisers are Bitcoin crypto companies. I mean, we have a Bitcoin president. We have a Bitcoin cabinet. I mean, we have a crypto czar. I mean, so it's not like this small little thing where I'm going to get it on the ground floor. I'm going to take a shot. It's already huge. But so, no, I don't buy the idea that I should just throw some money at it just in case, because I think the odds of Bitcoin going up dramatically from here are just so remote that it's not even worth the gamble. I'd rather take that money and gamble on something else. Because even if Bitcoin goes to 1 million, which I don't really think it's going to do, I mean, it's a little over 10x.
It's not so much that, though. I think it's if everything else goes down a lot.
But I don't think the stuff that I own, I don't think the investments that I own, look, most of the investments that I've owned, in fact, almost all of them have outperformed Bitcoin over the last 4 or 5 years, some by a lot. So why do I want Bitcoin? I mean, it's like, what have you done for me lately, Bitcoin? Bitcoin made a lot of money before anybody owned it. Right? When there were barely any people who owned Bitcoin, people were making a lot of money. But over the last several years, when lots of people own it, they're losing money. And they always have to go back. Oh, Bitcoin is the best performing asset. It's beating the S&P. Yes, if you go back to the beginning, but it's not the best performing asset this year, last 2 years, last 3 years, last 4 years, not even close. So I think it's changed. I don't think Bitcoin is going to be the best performing asset. I just think it's going to keep falling as money is trying to get out. I think the money that wants in is already in. The people that haven't bought Bitcoin didn't buy it because they don't want it. And now it's about getting out and preserving what they got. Some people still have a profit now. They can get out and keep their profit. Other people have a loss. They can get out before they have a bigger loss. But a lot of people are just going to be stuck. They're just going to watch it just collapse. I mean, you guys own Bitcoin? Is that the deal?
I'm 7% Bitcoin.
I'm like 3% Bitcoin.
What prices what's your average cost of all your Bitcoin?
Oh, probably about this.
So you're about even on your Bitcoin?
I would say I'm about, I might be up slightly, but I've been dollar cost averaging since 2017.
Yeah, and you're not even ahead doing that. Yeah, well, if you were dollar cost averaging into gold or silver, you'd be way up. Dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin has been a bad deal for you.
Yeah, I'm still positive a little bit, but I was quite up when it was 126.
Well, yeah,
a few months ago. But
yeah, a lot of times you go to a casino
just as fast
and you're
as it
up.
goes down, it could go back up and back down again,
or it can go down even faster.
100%.
I mean, and it's not just that you didn't lose too much on Bitcoin if you're about even. What you lost is the opportunity to have made a lot of money had you bought something else. So let's say you threw, I don't know how much money you have, but let's say you threw 100 grand into Bitcoin and you still have about 100 grand. But maybe had you put that into gold and silver and average it, you'd have 200 grand. So you're out 100 grand because you would have had 200.
But a lot of those are in hindsight.
Well, no, I was telling people,
I
was telling people in real time, don't buy Bitcoin, buy this.
But you could have been telling people buy Bitcoin at 30,000 and then sell Bitcoin at 120.
Yeah, well,
and they would have made.
Yeah, well, look, woulda, coulda, shoulda. But what if now you have your Bitcoin, and what if a year from now it's lower still, and gold is 7,000?
Then I could tax loss harvest.
Well, I'd rather have gains than tax loss.
Of course. But for me, it's an amount that I've invested where I'm okay writing it off to zero. I would like not to do that.
Well, that's the one thing, at least I've told people, look at Bitcoin as a crapshoot. Maybe you'll win, maybe you'll lose, but don't put money in that you can't afford to lose
100%.
all. In contrast to Michael Saylor, who tells you to put all of your life savings into Bitcoin and then go into debt and buy Bitcoin. Oh, if you have some extra organs, sell those and buy even more Bitcoin, right? That's his advice.
And really quick, I gotta say, something that Jack and I have been trying to do a lot more lately is just to remove the annoyances that quietly waste time and energy, because those things add up fast. The thing is, we're always on the go, we're always trying to get to the next thing, so having a cleaner setup and a little more control in your day really goes a long way, and that is exactly why we absolutely love MagBack. The MagBack Elite case is so much more than just a case. It has the finger loop for a secure grip, side grips that feel great, a pinky pillow for comfort, and a built-in kickstand when you need it.
That is all built to make everyday use way better. And it also just comes with a screen protector, so that's one less thing that you have to worry about.
Then they also have their MagBack 3-in-1 home multi-charger that keeps everything clean and ready to go. You drop your phone, AirPods, and Apple Watch on it at night, and by morning, everything is charged in one place. What I really like about this is that it's not just like a mess of wires that looks awful. I don't have to try to plug and play and which one does what. It's all in one place, and it looks incredibly clean, and it just makes it easy.
I kid you not, Graham and I are genuinely huge fans of MagBack. I use their wallet, I use their phone case, and also on the side of my Tesla screen, I put my phone up there. It is so helpful. Check it out with this footage. I can guarantee if you're on Apple or Android, they have something for you. So if you want to make your setup cleaner and way more efficient, definitely check them out with the link down below, and don't forget to use our code, which is also down below.